as I still better my understanding of what setup I should go with, let's break down and go with what happened on this day in sports history. On this day in sports history, one of the greatest pitchers of all time, Cy Young, was born back in 1858 or 1867, sorry. Cy Young pitched for the Cleveland Spiders and Boston Americans and was a member of the first ever Hall of Fame class for the MLB in 1936 alongside Babe Ruth, Ty Cobb, Tris Speaker, etc. And Cy Young set the record for the most wins at 511 that will never be broken. Because if it would have been broken, it would have been broken by now. Or if it was going to ever be broken, it would have been broken by now. But Cy Young also left a legacy behind because of the establishment of the Cy Young Award that is given to the best pitcher in both the American League and National League every year. And now we slide over to events that have happened on that notable events that happened on this day, starting with back in 1997, where we saw the first baseball game take place at Turner Field in Atlanta. Prior to making the move over to Turner Field, the Braves called Fulton County Stadium home, and they had called Fulton County Stadium home since their arrival in Atlanta from Milwaukee. Fulton County Stadium was the home of the night that Hank Aaron set the all-time record for home runs, passing Babe Ruth when he hit the home run off of Al Downing in April 1974. But Turner Field would become a home for the Atlanta Braves from 1997 until they would move to SunTrust Park in, like 2015, something like that. But Turner Field was the site of legends and future Hall of Famers, including John Smoltz, Greg Maddux, Tom Glavine, Chipper Jones, and more than likely, Andruw Jones, who will likely go into the Hall of Fame in 2026. Also, Fred McGriff, and so many more of these so many great and legendary Braves teams from the mid 1990s. And if we want to, also, if you want to jump to the NFL for a quick second, it was on this day in 1996 when the Cleveland Browns chose a new name for their relocated team, the Baltimore Ravens. For those who don't know the story about the original Browns relocating to Baltimore, maybe Google is your friend and you could do some research. Because for me to try and tell that story, I've seen the videos, I've heard about it, but I don't know enough detail about it to fill you in every aspect of it. I just know it was one of those occasions where the owner relocated the team in the dead of night for where people were surprised the next day that they didn't have an NFL team anymore. And touching base with one last sport, as Alexander Ovechkin draws ever so close to Wayne Gretzky's record. We float back to 1985 when Wayne Gretzky breaks his own NHL season record for assists in 1985, with setting a new record for 126 assists in a season. I mean, honestly, that sounds insane, but there's a reason why he's called a great one. And it's even more insane considering the fact that Wayne Gretzky only started in 79 80. So it's like this was his fifth full season in the NHL, and he's already setting records and breaking the records that he set previously, showing why Gretzky is one of, if not the greatest hockey player of all time, unequivocally. And ironically, if you want to move back to the previous year, the Baltimore Colts relocated to Indianapolis in 1984, which Baltimore had a team, lost a team, and then got a team back. Thus far, the Baltimore Ravens, they ain't going nowhere. So, from 1996 to now, the Ravens Baltimore found their football team. But it seems like they couldn't keep one back in the day. I do know that this is a concept that could lead to easy content for me. But I think the monotony of it will get old, and it's something that maybe, just maybe, will work for a time, but will stop working after a while. But either way, let me know what you guys think on what was talked about in this video, and I will see you in the next one.